So Delmaine, anyone knows Delmaine in this church? Okay, great. Delmaine, you tell us your life before Christ.
Okay, Pastor. My life before Christ, I can't relate to Brother Louis now because I had the most perfect life. I was the Miss Goody
Great.
Two Shoes. I just had everything in my life. I was an overachiever. Everything was just perfect in my life growing up, and I'm thankful for my grandmother and my mother, of course. But like I said, everything was just perfect in my life. I met my husband when I was in high school. I married my high school sweetheart, guys, and everything was just perfect up until a time in his life he went on drugs. And that is when my whole life just came, my wind was uitgesluit, basically, because here's this man that was my life. I grew up with him. We were together. I was 13 years old. I just came into high school and we became friends and we just grew. And this was the most perfect gentleman. He would carry me on his hands. Everyone would know I'm his woman, you know? It was just, ek was net daarbo gewees. And everything just crumbled. He was addicted to drugs and he started beating me. And I could not understand, this is the man that was supposed to love me, the man that's supposed to be there with me through thick and thin. We had two beautiful sons. Dominic was 10 years old at the time, Enrico was 3. And I mean, this just carried on for a year, guys. It was just a year of my life. But it was the most difficult year of my life. And I was a person, because I was Miss Perfect, no one knew what I was going through, and I will most definitely not tell people what I was going through and what my struggles were. So I just continued, and I just in my kamer, wat dinge gebeur het, where the beatings happened and the abuse happened, as ek uit die kamer kom en smile, niemand weet wat ek daaraan gegaan het. You know, and I'm sure there's a lot of women in here that can relate. Because ons wil ons kinders protect van wat aangaan in ons lewe, you know. And it became so bad, guys. I couldn't anymore, and I couldn't keep it to myself anymore. Ek is ook iemand, my familie het nooit geweet wat aangaan in my lewe nie, because jy gaan nie my man ill-treat nie. You know, you want to keep him up there, man. You want to keep his reputation up there. So they also didn't know, and there was a point that I couldn't anymore. And I took my children, and I was searching just for refuge. I just had to get out of the house, because on a Saturday, then it would be his whole night. So he wouldn't come home on a Saturday. So I had an opportunity on Sunday mornings to just go around in the community, looking for churches, just looking for refuge, man. And I stumbled across JCC. And I just came in here, and this is just my place where I could just relax. For those 2 hours the church was on, I could just relax, man. And it was a very difficult time, Pastor. And even though I didn't talk to anyone, I met lots of friends, everyone here, I met all of them, but still I didn't tell them what I was going through. And that was just my struggle that I went through, Pastor.
Okay. Tell us what happened thereafter. How did the struggle end? What transpired?
Okay, what transpired, guys, is everything came to a point. He wasn't long in drugs. He was like for a year on drugs, but he was so heavily on drugs. He started to hallucinate, and he started to believe that people was after him. And he was a gangster in his younger years, so he had very much demons. And things became so hectic. And you know, this last night, he told me that I think I should kill you and the children. And I was so dark, man. And I just said, why don't you just do it? I was just like on my last, I just said, why don't you just do it? But I didn't realize that this man was actually really considering doing this. And this night was so profound because this night, the beatings were so different. He usually, when the beatings happened, it would be on my body, you know? But this night, there was no consideration. It was in the face, you know? It was in the face. It was like he didn't care. He didn't care. This particular night. And this is the time when I also thought, you know what? I don't care. And so I said, why don't you just kill us? Yeah, I don't care. And then he just went quiet. He went quiet, and my mother was sleeping at my house at the time. But my house is a different setup. When you go into my house, there's an entertainment area at the back, so no one inside the house really knows what's going on at the back of the house. So they oblivious to what's going on here. So like 5 o'clock in the morning, after I was so beaten up, I woke my mother up and I told her to go fetch my grandmother. Because my grandmother was the only one that could like calm him down and like bring him to his senses. And when my grandmother came up, she had a conversation with him, and I don't know what ticked in his head, and he calmed down, and eventually, like an hour or so later, 10 o'clock in the morning, he committed suicide on the washing line in the yard. And my son, Dominic, sitting here by the camera, he was 10 years old at the time, and he saw his father. Because I sent him in to go see what his father was doing, and he saw his father hanging. And then my baby son obviously saw the commotion in Rico's at the back. He was 3 years old, and he saw his father as well, hanging on the washing line. So that was the climax.
Okay. And so that would have been a very trying time in your life, and I remember that time. You've spoken to the church, you've spoken to Pastor Jonathan, and all of that. And from then to now, how has your life been?
My life's been good, Pastor. My life's been good. Of course, there's been ups and downs, there's challenges, there's struggles, there's doubt. But I mean, I've overcome that, and God has been with me all the way. So I mean, Yes, I'm a single parent, 2 boys, so obviously it's not easy. We're alone in the house, but I try. But God has been good, Pastor.
Praise God. And tell me, how would you encourage somebody that's been through the same thing you've been through? What encouragement would you give them?
You know what, Pastor? I would say, do not be afraid to share what you go through. I know as women we want to be strong and you want to deal with your situations on your own. But having a community around you is not bad. I mean, there is women around us that's going through something similar that can maybe help you or whatever. But I mean, like I went through it alone, but my trust in God grew stronger because I knew God was there for me. But I would encourage other women to not be afraid to share.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Delmaine.
Thank you, God.
Let's give a round of applause.